He was sold to Brescia after his time at Madrid, who were in Serie B.
That's really weird, that, isn't it?
Very strange.
But Italy, I mean, you're talking when Italy was a very strong country in terms of football then.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a club football.
And they were managed by Lucescu, who was one of his career mentors, so I would imagine that would
That's probably why,
had some weight there. He helped them get promoted to Serie A, but unfortunately the next season they were relegated back to Serie B. But that was all in time for World Cup '94.
This is when he came into his own.
Now, I think this is when we all remember him.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was him and Stoichkov that I really they were my two favourite players.
They were quite similar, those
and
two.
Baggio, actually. There was a lot of good players.
Well, there were.
Dumitrescu was a good player.
He played well in that tournament. He got a few goals.
Radicchio,
yeah.
Dan Petrescu, obviously.
Dan Pet Rescue. Fox Mulder, yeah.
No, they had a few.
Hagi and Stoichkov were so similar sort of players, completely batshit mental.
Both left-footed as well.
Yeah. Oh, but Georghe Hagi's left foot. I mean, you hear people talk about cultured left foots. I mean, to coin a well-known phrase, Georghe Hagi's left foot would be reading like the complete works of Proust. It was so cultured. It really was cultured.
There was never a side foot, was there?
No,
it was always.
It was caressed.
No time.
He never struck the ball, Pete. He like delicately caressed it and bought it dinner before he popped it out to the wing. You know what I
mean? Well, he scored that memorable goal against Colombia from the touchline. Yeah. Did he mean it?
I'm going to give him it because I just want to. But he does look up.
Pete, you reckon it's?
I think it is. Yeah.
Well,
I think
Pete's in the camp, but it's definitely he meant it. But you do see him look up, and you do see Dumitrescu running through. And you could argue that if it was anyone else, I mean, if it was Wayne Bridge doing
I'm in the camp.
It's a cross.
Enjoy it.
But if it's
Wayne Bridge. Well, hang on. Why has he been mentioned?
Well, I'm just saying.
This is the profile.
Sorry. Should be sacred. Yeah. No, it's a goal. He meant it. Definitely.
I mean, if not, it was a woeful cross, and it was too direct to be a cross. I think.
But it does massively swerve in the air, which gives you the impression he might have been aiming for a cross. But we'll never know.
We're giving him it.
Yeah,
and he'll take it. Yeah, absolutely will. And Romania, of course, got to the quarter-finals in that World Cup.
They knocked out Argentina.
That was a great World Cup.
They did knock out Argentina in the second round. They got beaten off Sweden in the quarter-finals on penalties. So after these performances at World Cup '94, he was signed by Barcelona. And he's obviously in that small group of people who've played for Real and Barca.
Yeah. He's in illustrious company, Marcus.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at Barcelona, he got a few injuries, and his time wasn't as perhaps fruitful as it may have been. But he did score some great goals there. I remember he scored a free kick from what you would deem a crossing position.
Yeah.
Straight over the keeper's head, top corner. Pop bang lovely.
Pop bang lovely. Yeah, because at Barcelona, Hagi was at the club the same time as Stoichkov was.
Yeah, for
the two Eastern European mentals. In the same Imagine what that was like, you know.
Yeah. In fact, Romario might have.
It was like, you know.
Romario, I think he'd left, I think.
Yeah, do you know the film Platoon, when you've got Sergeant Elias and Sergeant Barnes? And they're like warring factions with each other? I can imagine the personalities would be outrageous.
I think they'd be together.
You reckon?
Yeah, I really
the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And God help the rest of the world.
I'd like to think they only passed to each other.
That's
all they needed.
Massive, 60-yard raking balls.
So after Barcelona, he was there for 2 seasons, he signed for Galatasaray. And he was phenomenally popular there. I mean, he still is regarded as an absolute legend of Turkey.
One of their all-time favourite players.
Well, yeah, I think they've taken him as their own, really. I'm trying to claim him there. But, and very successful as well. Hagi and the manager, Fatih Terim, who went on to manage Turkey.
Yeah. He's a really illustrious manager.
Yeah, in Euro 2008.
Yeah.
They kind of built the team, because he was a big part of that with the manager, I think. He used to consult him, whether that was through choice, I don't know.
I think he had an awful lot of choice,
and they built the team, and they won 4 consecutive league titles. And they, of course, led Galatasaray to the UEFA Cup win in 2000, beating Arsenal in the final. Unfortunately, Hagi was sent off in that final.
Like him.
Yeah. But they did win it, and they're the first Turkish club, of course, to achieve such a feat.
Yeah, well done to them.
And then the following year, they beat his former club Real Madrid in the European Super Cup final.
Class. Wow. He's got a great record in that tournament.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we talked about his international career a little throughout. He started in the age of 18 in 1983. Was his first game, and he was a part of the Romanian setup until Euro 2000. He also played, we've mentioned 1990 and 94, he did play at the 98 World Cup, and he decided to retire from the national team after that, but he changed his mind and...
Did a Henrik Larsson?
Yeah, Euro 2000 he was there. It was such a shame, the way his international career kind of finished, really, because against Italy in the second round, He was sent off for 2 bookable offences. The second was a bit of a dive.
Oh, was it?
And
Acrimonious.
and he left the field in rage at the
Did
referee.
he?
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
David Prutton. Yeah. So remember David Prutton did that for Southampton? He went absolutely nuts, got like a 10-game ban.
Well, he may well have done. But yeah, he left the field in anger and was a bit of a disgrace, really, as he left
How
the
old was he?
field.
35.
It's a bit fitting, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He would have been 35, yeah. I think then.
It's fitting, though.
Well, it's true. It had to be. It
what
was
he
a
would have
blaze of
wanted.
glory.
He was fitting.
It's better to burn out than fade away.
Yeah. He also played at the European Championships in '84, '96, and of course we said 2000 as well. He got 125 caps for Romania.
It's not bad, is it?
Second highest, and 35 goals for Romania, which I think might be their all-time top
Oh, is it?
scorer.
Yeah.
Hagi retired from professional football in 2001 at the age of 36 in a game called Gala Hagi.
Oh, nice.
On the 24th of April. So, and in 2001 he was named as the manager of Romania, but they failed to qualify for the World Cup and he was sacked. He did manage to get a win against Hungary in Budapest, which I think was the first time for a Romanian national side. After the Romania job, he went to Bursaspor, managed them for a brief period. Went to manage Galatasaray.
He didn't tarnish his legacy there, did he?
He led them to the Turkish Cup.
Good
and
lad.
in the final, they beat Fenerbahce 5-1.
That's cracking. Did he bring himself on? I'd like to see him bring himself on for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was class, absolute class. And that was the highlight of his managerial career, was winning the cup. With
It sounds like they're a match made in heaven, those two.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And he did also manage a couple of sides after that, including Steaua Bucharest. But I don't think he fared too well as a manager. And now I believe he's a UN ambassador.
He's a UN ambassador, isn't he? Yeah, I can't remember what his remit is exactly, but
He's not a peace.
I don't think so, yeah. It's fair to say he hasn't really got the temperament for management. But I mean, I'm sure he's doing a lot of good work for the UN, you know. He seems like a good lad. He means well.
Absolutely.
He's kicking aid packages into countries.
Just
meaning it.
healing the sick with his left foot is what he's doing.
I can only hope so. So, I mean, it's just remarkable, really. And often, a lot of people say over his illustrious career that his best years were at Galatasaray.
Yeah.
When he was a bit older. And I shall end with a quote from the ex-France international and ex-manager, Luis Fernandez, who said, "Hagi is like wine. The older it gets, the better it is."
Oh, no.
Georghe Hagi, come on in. Team Windass Hall of Fame.
Welcome, you good man.